Well, my name is Johnie Perryman, and I spent most of my life growing up in Seattle, Washington. House prices was going crazy in Seattle, and everything was, the price of everything was going crazy. And so while I knew the house, that crash was coming, and so I dumped my house in 2007 because I knew that house crash was coming. And I took the money and I moved here to Clairton because the houses were cheap. And I bought this house that I'm living in because I had so much stuff. I needed a place big enough to put all of it in there. And I thought this would be the last place I would live. But I found my health starting to go down, after I got to Clairton. Now, to move everything I had to here, to this house, even any young man would be a difficult job making a move like that. See, I did that in 2007, when I was in my 60s. And I moved here to Clairton. And I liked the people I met here. I just thought, they were so friendly, and I got housewarming gifts when I got here. But I found that my health, I couldn't do as much as I could before. And some days I would really get weak, and I didn't understand what it was. And I thought it was just, I had a pacemaker and a defibrillator anyway, and I thought it was just that, what I had. I found out later that when I would really get weak is when the air was bad in Clairton. On the days when the air was really bad, I used to come in here and run upstairs to the bathroom, but then I would come in on a bad air day and go to run, and no, you ain't running. I wind up crawling on stairs and getting up to the top. As soon as I get up to the top, I go into the first bedroom and lay down because by the time I get up to the stairs, I don't have to pee anymore, and I'm too tired to go to the bathroom. I have to lay down until I got the energy to go to the bathroom. And this was what the pollution was doing to me. It limited my leaving the house. Below 50, the AQI, the quality of the air is supposed to be good. And there was a time when that air was good. And then if it's above 50, for people with my underlying conditions, well, then I should not exert myself outside of, in the outside air. And then when it's above the 100, then it's really dangerous. And nobody should be exerting themselves on the outside air. And then when it's above 150, it's almost time to evacuate the city. When I came here to Clairton, especially when they had that fire that Christmas Eve in 2018, and they let the pollution level go up to astronomical levels, and they were killing us here in Clairton. Now, they have all kinds of data that tells you what each of those pollutants does. And it tells you about what it does to the heart. It tells you about it causes cancer. It tells you about how it causes asthma and breathing problems. It tells you about how you die early from that. They have all this data, okay? And I went down to a hearing down at the health department, and at that hearing, I testified. In a couple of months, I'll be 76 years old. My heart works at about 73% of capacity, and I don't mind smell, but I have a good feeling that what we're doing here is going to kill me. And they talk about getting it done by sometime in May. And sometimes I go into my house, I don't know if I'll be alive tomorrow. And it's wonderful that the county is fining the coke works for all the things that they're doing wrong, and they're taking that money and building new offices with it. But I think that if they took that money and bought people gas masks or show you a map where the quickest way out of town to some fresh air, or put some kind of breathing air cleaners in your house, or even tell you where to buy them or what to buy, that would do me a lot more benefit than building another office. I live in Clairton. My house is 8-bedroom house. It's like a museum. I have a hand-carved square grand piano that was on display at the Crystal Palace in 1860. I got Haile Selassie's wife's necklace. I got oil paintings all over the place. And I'm thinking about walking out the door and moving the hell away from here and forgetting everything and leaving everything. And so when I walk upstairs, sometimes just getting to my bed, it feels like I've been walked across a desert without water. And if I can get on that bed, then I can rest for a minute. You don't have to tell me when the air is bad. When the air is bad, I put the mask on my face. I have more masks than this. And then I start feeling better after a while. I thought I would be able to come down here without the mask today, but I got just about here in Pittsburgh and I had to put it back on.
Please finish up.
So I just would like to see you do something. If Clairton is Coke Works is not going to do anything for us, I would like some kind of indications other than stay in your house what I can do for myself.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Roy Ford about Clairton.
Let me just say, if I'm dead in a couple of months, there's nobody going to file any charges for murder for anybody down there at the Coke Works. And I was thinking that they're killing people here in Clairton, and they don't even know the people that they're killing. They don't know me. They don't know what I contribute to humanity. They don't know. I'm developing backwards now because I'm in Clairton. I talked about running up the stairs and down the stairs. Right now, I have a chair that I got to sit in and push a button to ride up the stairs and to come back down the stairs. The hardest part of me going shopping to a grocery store is walking out the house to my car and getting in my car. And then I have to rest for a while after I get in there. And then I can drive to a grocery store as long as it's not too far, and I can get in one of their riding cars, go around and buy everything and then drive back. Putting the groceries in the car is difficult. And then I drive home, and once I get here, I have to get the groceries from the garage into the house. Okay? Now I've reached a point where I use Instacart or whatever that is, where I just get on the internet and order groceries from the store, and they bring it and they set it on my porch. Now, even that, going out to my porch, picking up the groceries and bringing it into the house, that is a chore for me. I got to take a few things at a time and put them on my walker, which have wheels on them, and then I have to wheel them into the kitchen and take them off and put them wherever they want to go, sit down and rest for a while, go get a few more things. Now, they say that below 50, the air is good. It shows green on the internet. That's good air, below 50 AQI. Now, after you've been breathing, like everything that I was breathing in when they had the coke fires, your lungs, your body, there's not as strong as it used to be. See, and it don't take as much to slow you down and to stop you. So if the AQI go above 35, hey, I need to watch out what I'm going to do. I need to relax. I need to take it easy. I can't even function well in the part that's supposed to be good. Now, in March of 2019, my doctor told me, pack up and move out of Clairton. I would get out of Clairton. Don't even stay here. It's dangerous for you. That's what my doctor told me. Okay? Now, when he told me that was after I was breathing all that stuff from the coke works. Now, it was hard for me to move in my 60s when I moved here from Seattle. I'm in my 70s now, and I have been drugged by the coke works. How am I supposed to be able to do that? We need to do something about the quality of life that we have here in Clairton. I was running around from one organization to the other until I got tired, you know. And I had an ulcer, a bleeding ulcer. I had to go to the hospital the first of this year. And when I came back, I decided that I wasn't going to do all this running around anymore. And so I decided I was going to use the God inside of me to get rid of this pollution. And so I made a decision to do that. And then a few days later, United States Steel announced that they were shutting down, hot idling some of these old ovens down here at the coke works. And so I'm still working with the God inside of me to see what can be accomplished. I would like for the health department to use some sort of influence to get the city to put in air purifiers with the money that you send here. And I would like for you to come out and talk to the people that receive the air purifiers and see what they think about it and how they feel about it. And you said for the people of Clairton to make a decision on what to be done with that money. And they should get together and have a committee to determine that. And I tried to figure out ways to get people on that committee. And the mayor decided it was going to be him and somebody from the city council. And I guess he don't care who the people decide should be on that committee. And so our needs are not being met. The overwhelming majority of the people that ask for anything asked for air purifiers, and we did not get them. So if there's something that the county can do, you know, I mean, if the county just send me the air purifiers, I'll make sure somebody get them. If they send me the money for the air purifiers, I'll make sure they're bought and used for that. I don't have the strength, but I have the will to make sure it got done. But I would like to see the people here in Clairton breathing better and treated better. I'm afraid to grow vegetables in my yard because I don't know what pollution is going to be on top of them. So whatever you can do, I would appreciate it. And thank you very much.